Welcome back to Mogul Cafe.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are tackling a topic that I think is so relevant to, well, basically everyone. We're talking about personal branding. And it's funny, I used to think, like, personal branding, that's just for, Instagram influencers or like YouTubers with millions of subscribers.
Yeah, I get that.
It's not just about getting a bunch of followers online.
Having that strong personal brand can really make you stand out. Think about it. If you're the go-to person for something,
The expert.
exactly, you become invaluable.
You're not just another face in the crowd.
Exactly. You're the one they call first, the one they recommend to their network.
So it's like instead of just blending in, you're deliberately building up this, like, reputation, this presence.
Absolutely. And it all starts with, well, you.
Okay, so let's get into that, this idea of like turning your personality into part of your brand. So for example, I know this woman, she's a phenomenal marketer, but what makes her really stand out is like her energy. She's got this infectious laugh. She tells these incredible stories, and it just makes her so memorable.
See, that's her brand. It's authentic to her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it made me wonder, though, I mean, does that only work if you're naturally like super outgoing and bubbly? Can you be, more introverted, more reserved, and still build a strong brand?
Absolutely. And that's really key here. It's not about trying to be someone you're not, putting on some kind of act.
Right, like you don't have to suddenly become the life of the party.
No, not at all. It's about figuring out what your strengths are, what makes you you, and then really owning that.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, think about it this way. Maybe you're not the loudest one in the room, but maybe you're an incredible listener, deeply insightful.
Thoughtful.
Exactly. Those qualities, those are gold, right? Don't hide them. Weave them into your work. Let people see that
Yeah,
side
just
of you.
show your work, right?
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense, and I think that actually ties into, like, vision, right?
Yeah, having a clear vision for your brand is huge.
But to be honest, I get it, vision, but what does that actually look like in practice?
Okay, so think of it this way. Your vision is the big picture, right? It's what you want to see in the world, the change you want to make within your field, within your work.
Can you give an example?
Sure. So let's say you're a graphic designer, right?
Mm.
But you're also super passionate about sustainability and, environmentalism.
Okay, I can see where you're going with this.
Your vision might be like, okay, how do I make eco-friendly design, like the industry standard? How do I use my skills to make a real difference?
I like that.
It's about aligning your passion with your profession.
So it's not just like, I'm a graphic designer, full stop.
Exactly. I'm a graphic designer and I'm using my skills to make the world a better place, one design at a time.
I love that.
And then your content, that's how you communicate that vision.
It's like putting your vision into action.
Yes, it's the projects you take on, the articles you write, the way you engage with clients, it's all connected.
So to kind of bring this all together, what I'm hearing is building a personal brand. It's not about like being someone you're not. It's not about chasing followers.
It's about owning your unique value. Authenticity is key.
And that's when you start to build real trust.
100%. People buy into you when they trust you.
Exactly. It's figuring out like, what are my strengths? What do I bring to the table that's different? And how do I communicate that in everything I do?
And you know what? It's also about being okay with evolving, right? Your brand might shift as you grow and change.
That's a good point.
So here's something for everyone listening to think about. If your personal brand were like a tagline, what would it be?
Oh, I like that.
What would people say about your work, about you, when you're not in the room?
That's such a good question to think about. And it really gets at this idea of like authenticity.
Yeah, exactly. It's about being true to yourself and letting that shine through in everything you do.
And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up. As always, thank you so much for listening. And remember, your personal brand is your superpower, so use it wisely.
Until next time.
See you next time.